My mother is on her fourth husband and always blamed the men, but after my stepfather vanished on their date, I think she might be involved. When my stepfather Marcus didn't come home from his anniversary dinner with my mother, she called me crying at 2 a.m. He just left me at the restaurant, she sobbed. Said he needed space and drove off. I believed her. Why wouldn't I? Mom had terrible luck with men. My birth father left when I was 3. Stepfather number 2, Dale, died in a boating accident when I was 8. Gregory, husband 3, supposedly ran off with his secretary when I was 14. Now Marcus, the kindest one yet, had apparently abandoned us too. Mom was devastated, playing the victim perfectly. But something felt different this time. Marcus adored my mother. He'd just bought her a diamond tennis bracelet for their anniversary. His clothes were still in the closet. His diabetes medication sat on the bathroom counter. Would a man planning to leave take nothing? 3 days passed with no word. Mom filed a missing person report, crying to the detective about her pattern of abandonment. I watched her performance, noticing how she touched her hair when lying, a tell I'd recognized since childhood. That night, I couldn't sleep. I kept thinking about Dale's accident. Mom said he went fishing alone, but Dale hated fishing. And Gregory, would a man having an affair really leave his vintage guitar collection behind? Those guitars were worth more than his car. I started digging. First, I called Dale's brother in Phoenix. He hadn't spoken to our family in years, but what he told me made my blood freeze. Dale was planning to divorce your mother, he said. He'd hired a lawyer, told me she was controlling, manipulative. Then he conveniently drowned. My hands shook as I searched online for Gregory. It took hours, but I found him, not living with any secretary, but in a psychiatric facility 2 states away. The receptionist couldn't give details, but confirmed he'd been there since shortly after he ran off. I drove there the next morning, told Mom I was visiting a college friend. Gregory looked broken, medicated, distant. When I mentioned Mom, he started rocking back and forth. She put something in my coffee, he whispered. Made me see things, hear voices. They found me on the highway, screaming about demons. Nobody believed me. My heart pounded. I thought about Marcus, about that anniversary dinner. Mom had insisted on driving separately, said she had errands to run first. I raced home and searched her room while she was at her book club. In her jewelry box, hidden under old earrings, I found a small vial of clear liquid, no label. My hands trembled as I photographed it. Then I found her journal, tucked inside a romance novel. The entries were casual, mundane, except for one pattern. Before each husband's departure, she'd written the same thing. Time for a fresh start. The entry from last week. Marcus asking too many questions about the life insurance. Time for a fresh start. I heard her car in the driveway. Quickly, I put everything back and slipped out through my window. From my car, I called the detective handling Marcus's case. Told him everything. He didn't dismiss me like I'd feared. Turns out, they'd found security footage of Mom's car following Marcus's the night he vanished. They found Marcus 2 days later. Alive, but barely. He'd been drugged, driven off the road into a ravine. If a hiker hadn't spotted the car, he would have died from exposure. The vial tested positive for a powerful hallucinogen. Mom's in custody now. They're reopening Dale's case. She still plays the victim, claiming I'm delusional. That grief has confused me, but I know the truth. My mother isn't unlucky in love. She's been orchestrating her own tragic love story, one husband at a time.